Hello there, and welcome to episode 10 of Adventures in Knitting with Jen. My name is Jen, and this is my little knitting journal where I talk about what I am working on, my finished objects, and other life stuff occasionally. I don't have a special guest this week, so I can be a little more calm. Although that was really fun, and yeah, I'm glad that he really liked his little dragon. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, you can go watch the last episode. Yeah, so I'm going to be talking about, I have some finished objects, some works in progress, and the natural dyeing projects that were really fun. So you see that in this episode. And also there's going to be a little clip of me teaching my nephews how to knit. I taught them how to knit in the winter when I was home, but then I did a real refresher course last week, and it was pretty cute because Lachlan, he got it really good. He did it, like he could figure it out, and he was doing really well. So he got out excited about knitting, and the next morning, it was like 6:30 in the morning, and he crawls into bed with me, and he's like, "Hey Jenny, help me knit." I was like, "Dude, it's 6:30. But then he says, "Oh, I'm so glad you're here this summer." Of course I'm going to help him after that, being so sweet. So yeah, we had a little knitting session at 6:30 in the morning. Alright, so now talking about what I'm wearing first. I'm wearing the Rift tee. It's just a little, you see, it's just a short little t-shirt, and it has a little detail on the side, and it is, I can't pronounce her last name, but Jacqueline Cieslak. I will put the link down below, and I knit it in cotton and linen, so it's really great for summer, really bright and fun. Yeah, I really like it. And it's cropped too, but I wear it with like a high-waisted skirt, and it works perfect. And my headband I was working on last time is now finished, the Nudo headband. Everything that I talk about, I'll put a link down below if you want to see the pattern on Ravelry. And this was dyed with my own, it's Knit Picks, but regular yarn, but then I dyed it with Daylily, so it was like a beige turnout, but that's fine. It's a good neutral. A little big maybe, but apparently, I don't know, I like it. I've been wearing it a lot. It's great for that second day here. Alright, so my finished objects. I have another Hatdana. Oh yeah, and it's so pretty. This yarn is from Akara Yarns, and she's in Ontario. And this is got like a silver, you know, it's hard to see. It's got a silver string through it, so it's kind of shiny. But yeah, Hatdana. Another one. Really pleased with that. And okay, so last time I was talking about I was going to make a sweater or a tank top for myself out of this yarn. Pink yarn. I just started it, and halfway through I realized that I did not have enough yarn to make a tank top for myself. So I was like, well, let's make something for my niece then. So I made this. This is the, oof, I'm gonna butcher the name. I'll put it in here though so you can see. Entrechat. It's French, I think. Little cardigan. I made a size 4, and she's pretty tiny, so it was a little big on her, but you know, by fall maybe, and underneath clothes, or over clothes I mean, it'll work. So yeah, it's so cute, and it's cotton and wool, so it'll be nice for the seasons. That's what the back looks like. So yeah, it's super cute. This is the second time I made this pattern. I really like it. It's a fun pattern to make, and I want to make one for myself because I'm always looking for little short sweaters. You know, I don't want a big, because I have a short body. I'm short, so I don't want all these long sweaters. I'm always on the hunt. Anyways, I'm really pleased with that. And it only took me like 5 days to knit, you know, so works in progress, which I have a few because I finished this headband and I was like, okay, I want all of the headwear now. So I found this yarn. This is from Red Brick Knitwear. Girl that I used to teach with in Pekanjikam, she dyes yarn too, and she dyed this, and it is silk, mostly silk, so it's so soft. Obviously I like yellow. Yeah, so I wanted to make a head wear with it, and I found this. It's called Soul. It's by the same designer that made this sweater, or this pattern, the Rifty, Jacqueline. And I'm trying my lace out a little bit. You can kind of see it. You can't really see it. Oh, no. Anyways, it's just going to be long. A long kind of like rectangle, and then you just tie it. So you can tie it a couple different ways. Yeah, but it's slow process because there is like an 8-stitch repeat or 12-stitch repeat. So I just try to work on a little bit a day, finish 1 repeat or 2 repeats a day, and then work on other projects. It's going to take a while, but I think I will enjoy it once it's done. Oops, so much for being rushed. It's starting to rain. Alright, and so last summer, I was all into learning about all the different kinds of yarns out there available, and so I started buying all this. Like, I'd go into a yarn shop and I'd be like, okay, what do you have that's not wool? And I didn't really think about projects or anything. I just bought what I saw. So one of those places, I saw this, and it is, I believe this is alpaca and cotton. I'll have to check that. But I just bought 3 skeins, and they don't even really, I mean, one's gray, one's beige, and the other one I have is white. And it's really fine fingering weight yarn. And last summer I was going to try to make a tank top. Oof, no. It would take me forever because this yarn is so fine. Like, it's even a little thinner than fingering weight yarn. So I am making a kerchief. Basically, all you do, I'm holding it double so you can see, and it's just seed stitch a really huge square, so it will take me a while too, but it's really fun to work with in the summer. And this is my like brainless knitting, where I take it to church or travel, wherever I need something that I don't have to think, I can just do. And yeah, all you do is make a huge square, and then in the end you'll fold the square into a triangle and tie it, and there's your headscarf, which kind of reminds me of my nanny. She always was wearing them. So those are my 2 projects that I'm slowly working on. And now the tank top that I was going to make with this yarn, I decided to make it with different. So last summer also, as you can see, I was like, oh, I have too many bright colors. Let me find some more neutrals. And I bought a bunch of neutral yarn. But I'm like, I like the color. Anyways, so I'm attempting to use it. And this is Queensland collection. And it's silk and linen. I was going to maybe make a purse out of it. And then I'm like, no, it's 60% silk. I can't make a purse with that. I have to make a top. So I am making the streamlined tank with this instead of the pink, because I have enough of this. And it's kind of has a greenish tinge to it. And yeah, it's silk and linen, so it'll be perfect for the summer. And yeah, so it's just pretty basic. You make 2 pieces exactly the same and sew them together. So that is my current project that I'm working on for myself. And that is all of my works in progress and finished objects right now. So I actually think I might be winding down this little podcast for a bit because, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm heading into Christmas season, and that means knitting Christmas projects. I have a few that I'm going to be working on, and kind of hard to have content when I'm working on secret knitting that I wouldn't want to post on here, so until January. Yeah, so they might, well, we'll see. But I do have some more dyeing projects that I'll be working on this summer, so I will definitely make a video about that. Other than that, I've been having fun hanging out with my nephews and niece, and we went to a War of 1812 reenactment this past weekend, which was a ton of fun. The boys got to march, get a wooden gun and a musket, and march and do drills, and that was really fun. Just enjoying life, hanging out with them, and I'm on my way. Also, the next couple weeks are going to be busy as I'm going to be visiting my brother and his wife and their 2 boys this weekend, and then I'm headed up to the Toronto area to visit a whole bunch of people there. Unfortunately, my friends that I was going to, and it was a group decision, we were going to go to Vegas, but because of just the gong show that the airport is right now in Air Canada, we're like, oh, do we want to go? Do we want to risk it, right? Like, if we canceled now, we would get some of our money back. Otherwise, we would just lose all of our money, so we decided to cancel, and we're going to go to Niagara Falls instead, so yeah, that'll be fun. They're 2 good friends that I've had since college, so we see each other like once a year, but it's always fun to hang out, and this will be nice because it'll be a bit of an extended visit, which we don't normally get. So yeah, I'll be doing that the first week of August, so yeah, that's my plans for the next couple weeks. I'm looking forward to it. Be a lot of traveling, but a lot of visiting, which can be hard for this introvert, but it's well worth it. At least I get a lot of alone time in my car. I don't mind. That's nice. Driving there and back. I also get to visit my sister, Melody. She's moved, and my little niece, Emma, who I made the little teddy bear for, who she loves, by the way. She's obsessed with it, apparently, which makes this knitting heart happy. Yeah, so, well, I will say goodbye to you right now, and you'll see a clip of me teaching my nephews how to knit, and then it'll be on to natural dyeing. So I will see you after that. All right.
And then you push. If you don't know how to knit, that's total bummer for your life. Knitting is so fun.
Hello, my name is Jacqueline. I'm just doing my part. I am not a cousin. Just so you know. You have not seen like 0 of the videos, but I mean this one.
This is my nephew Lachlan, Maverick's younger brother, and we're...
I'm not young, I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest, I mean he's your younger brother.
Yeah.
And we're having a little knitting session.
I'm sitting on my yarn with your butt.
Hey, don't be rude on my video. Or else I'll... Alright, okay, here. Like this. And now you're going to put the yarn in the middle. Hold it down. And then you take this needle underneath,
and then
off. Yeah. Okay, so stick it in here. Stick it in the front. Now put this yarn around the back.
Take
Around the back. You're doing it around the front. Around the back.
I think I did it. Jen, do you have to put this back on, Jen? There's a loop right there, Jen.
And then what?
Then you take it
I
off.
think I'm gonna
Slide it off.
What am I gonna do about that loop?
Then you redo it again.
Yeah.
Doesn't nothing happen?
Yeah, you just did 2 stitches.
There's a loop right there.
Oh, what happened?
Take
That's okay.
Jenny, how do you do
Rescued.
I can't.
Yes!
There you go.
Come on.
Start it.
Which end do you do it around again?
Yeah, put it right around here.
Just
Around the back.
okay, you don't do that.
And then if you kind of hold it,
And then you just
put it down.
Enough.
Slide off. Yeah, you got it.
slide it off.
And then take
I'm
Do it.
way ahead.
You got to put it through the front first before you wrap it around. Yep.
now wrap it around.
Yep.
And then put it in.
Oh. There you go. And yeah.
I see. Jenny, look, Jenny, look.
Yeah, you got it. You got 4 stitches. Okay, so we're working on the cedar little experiment. I wish you could smell in here because it smells amazing. I've let it sit in the pot for 3 days, is what the instructions told me. And then I have simmered it all morning, about 3 hours. Let's see what we got. It's looking like more yellow. The color of summer. I don't know. But you never know, because the last one that looked yellow, the lilac, looked brown. The water looked brown. Anyways, this is supposed to give me a pale green. My pH level is 6, which is close to neutral, but I don't know. We'll see. And I have 2 skeins of yarn soaking, and then we will drain it. I'm going to let it sit all night just to get a little extra soak and get more color out. Then I am going to drain it and try tomorrow. I'm going to do 1 skein of DK and 1 skein of worsted, and then I'm going to play around with modifiers. So I might do half and half skeins just to see the colors. Yeah, I've done that before and it turned out cool. So it turns out to be like a, not a stripe, but sort of stripey when you have half the skein one color. Yeah, so I'll keep you posted. Also my little headband, Nudo headband, which you would have already seen in my finished objects section, but I really like it. I've been wearing it non-stop. It's a little big. I don't know. Apparently that's a trend now, is big headbands. It's reminding me of back when I was like a teenager. Well, everything comes back, literally. Alright. Well, I will see you tomorrow and see what happens. Alright, so I have another natural dyeing experiment on the go. We were going to go grocery shopping, had to stop over at a friend's house to water her garden, and she has a ton of sumac trees, which I remembered can be used to natural dye. However, they're not quite in season. I grabbed them anyways. That might go against me, but we'll see. Anyways, I'll show you. So, you can see that they're green. There's a lot of green berries still. They're not quite ripe, so that'll affect the color, probably. You do not get a red. Guess what color you get? More yellow. But if you mess around with the pH, you can get a green. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And then also I can add some iron and make gray. So yeah, I'm just going to simmer it for 3 hours. Right now, I should say my pH level is 7, which is pretty neutral. And the one thing I saw was to raise the pH to 8. And you got it more green, so I'm going to try that once my dye bath is done. Like I said, I'm going to simmer for 3 hours and then let it sit overnight and try this tomorrow and see what color we get. More adventures. Alright, so you've seen my process. I showed you the process for cedar and for Sumac, I also did a little experiment with Madder. So I'll show you the finished objects after. So, Cedar, this is the one, and it is on DK weight. And you can see it's kind of like a goldy brown or golden yellow. Really pretty. I love it. And then I dipped it in iron and I got this gray. Yeah, so that was really fun. That was my first time experimenting with adding iron after. So this is worsted weight yarn and this is DK, different weights, but yeah, I'm really happy with them. So that was my experiment with Cedar. So I love this so much. And like in the other episodes, I showed you the lilac and the dandelion. Well, here they all are together. And I got the idea to make a faded sweater, which I think they would all really work together. Starting with the dandelion, which is the faintest yellow. And then fade into the lilac. And then end with the cedar. So I am going to, yes, I really like that. I'm going to dye 2 more skeins, 2, I think, skeins of cedar. I have more cedar soaking right now, and I'm going to dye 2 more so that the main color will be this. And I'm going to make the So Faded cardigan by Andrea Mowry. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Alright, so that was Cedar. And then I read that Sumac could make color. The Sumac red berries, that they would make a green. So we were, well, you'll see the video, I talk about it. But the finished object, not as good because I did not use ripe berries. So this here is Sumac. It's kind of yellowy, but really light. This is worsted. Yes, worsted weight. So really faint. But this was DK and okay, a little green. Like if you compare it to, yeah, for sure. This is the lilac. Compared to the lilac, it definitely looks green. It's like a yellow green. So it's not bad. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. But I definitely next time would make sure to use ripe berries, which aren't until the fall. And I'm not here in the fall, so it is what it is. Anyways, I had bought a little color kit from The Love of Color. I'll put a link below to her Etsy shop, but and she gave you a couple different colors to play around with, and I hadn't used all of them, so I decided to try Madder. Oh my word, I'm freaking out. I love these colors. Okay, so these two are DK, not DK, sorry, this is DK, and you can see it's a really, like, it's definitely orange. It's just a mini skein, but yeah, definitely orange, gorgeous. And these are both worsted. So what I did is I had the Sumac. I wasn't a fan of the color. I'm like, I have a worsted dandelion that's really light. I'm like, I'm not a fan. Anyways, so I dipped half of it into the pot after I had dyed the other two, and then I get a lighter color, but so it'll be kind of stripey a little bit. It'll be a fun hat or something. So I'm happy with that. They look good together too, the colors. Yellow and orangey, kind of reddish orange coral. And then this one, gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this. Yeah, Madder. Next summer I want to get my hands on more. So I actually ordered from her again because you could buy bags. So I've ordered Osage, which is, if you mix it, it's yellow, more yellow. But if you mix it with iron, then you can get olive green, so I'm going to try for that. And I have cochineal and logwood, so I'm going to play around with them. Cochineal is bugs, which I did last summer, and it gets a really pretty pink. And then logwood gets you purple. But I'm going to play around and mix them together, see what I can get. Yeah, I also have avocado that I am collecting, so that's another project that I will have on the go to make a pink. And my sister in Toronto has a Japanese maple tree in her backyard, and apparently the leaves will give you a pink. So when I'm there, I'm going to collect a whole bunch of leaves from her tree and yeah, see what we can get. So you know, those are my projects for the rest of the summer, and I will definitely, even if I don't have any knitting content, because I'm going to be starting to work on Christmas presents soon, I will make a video about the results for that for sure. Alright, so that's it, and I'll see you when I see you. I'm not sure when that will be, because the next couple weeks are going to be busy, and well, yes, so maybe I'll see you in 2 weeks. Alright, I hope you have a good time and enjoy your summer. Take care.